Alright, hello, my name is Weston Loungeogger, and this is my rat dissection. Alright, so first off we have the external features. The tail, sorry for this description, it's not really the best. The tail looks like a white leathery skin appendage that is used to help the rat balance when moving. And then over here we can see my little pictures for it. It's not really the best, but it's what we can go through. If it were any better, I would have had a bit more zoomed up in the tail, but we got what we got. It's different from the caudal fins of a perch because the caudal fins of a perch help the perch move forward while the rat's tail helps with balance. And then from what we can tell of the rat, it is a male, and we can tell because of the scrotum that extends out from the body, which a female would not have. It would just be a flatter part of the body. Then we have internal features. I apologize for not having muscles a bit better. We're just gonna have to use the ones, apologies, the ones opened up. For the muscles, we were able to find the external oblique, cutaneous maximus, biceps, and triceps. And the biceps and triceps are antagonistic muscles that produce opposite effects. The external oblique lets the body bend and rotate, while the cutaneous maximus lets the body move better throughout movement. Then we have body cavity and membranes. The thoracic cavity has the heart, lungs, thymus in its cavity, while the abdominal cavity has the stomach, small intestine, pancreas, and liver. We can also tell which one's the thoracic cavity, that being closer to the topper area of the rat, while the abdominal cavity being the lower stomach part of the body. And we can see the pictures over here of it. We can tell the one from the left being the thoracic cavity, while the one on the right being more focused on the abdominal cavity. And the thoracic cavity and abdominal cavity are similar to the pericardial cavity and peritoneal cavity because they both contain the heart, stomach, and digestive tract, which is separated by different cavities. Though they are different due to having different organs in the cavities, while the rat has most organs, well, all the organs in a human, the one of, I believe, a perch are completely different, while it probably not having lungs or a pancreas, it being completely different organs in order to survive. Then we have the digestive system. Yes, a perch has a complete digestive system because they have a mouth, esophagus, stomach, and anus in which food goes throughout and then is expelled through the anus. The mouth consumes the food and then goes through the esophagus, which is then transports food to the stomach. Then the stomach then digests the food and sends the waste to the small intestine, which the small intestine releases enzymes which helps the waste move down to the large intestine, which then helps process the waste to the anus, which is then expelled. We can see here from the pictures of locations. I would also like to point out that the rat does not have a gallbladder, even though it was asked for. Compared to a grasshopper, the rat has a more diverse and complex digestive system with more organs. They both share similar or complete copies of the same organs, that being stomach, esophagus. Well, I'm pretty sure the grasshopper has a gallbladder and a larynx and intestines. The respiratory system. The rat takes in oxygen through the mouth, which then goes through the larynx to the trachea and then to the lungs, which the heart then takes oxygen-poor blood and makes it to oxygen-rich blood and then sends it through the body through capillaries, and when the blood is oxygen poor, it goes through veins and arteries to get back to the heart to then repeat the process. We can see over here where it would start. We can see the heart and somewhat of the lungs, which we can then kind of tell it would go through the body and then return. And then the rat has no need of bringing oxygen through its skin because the rat is capable of surviving on land instead of underground like an earthworm, and is capable of better locomotion needed to help hunt for its own food and energy, while an earthworm has to survive underground eating dirt to get nutrients and oxygen. The rat's urinary system is different from a crayfish's urinary system because it does not live in the water. A crayfish lives its life in water while a rat does not. The rat lives on land, and because of it, it has no need to revolve to help it expel waste in water while moving, as well as it being able to take in water in order to survive instead of living in it. Then we have the reproductive system. Yes, as previously stated, my statement was correct. It was correct because of the extruding scrotum, and from what we can tell from the picture, there is testes and a penis that the rat uses to reproduce. And then, yes, the organs of reproduction system are a part of the urinary system because whether it be a penis or a vagina, the rat needs a way to expel waste out of its body. And we can also tell from the picture, well, penis used to expel waste and urinary bladder, part of the picture. And then, yes, if my rat were a female, my answer would still be the same because even with a vagina, the rat would need a way to expel waste out of the body, and I would still have the urinary bladder and way for reproduction. Circulatory system. Yes, the heart has 4 chambers. The heart takes blood and then sends it to arteries, and then arteries, which then go to capillaries, which then return to the heart by going through venules, and then vein, which then returns to the heart to then repeat the process. And compared to a perch, the rat circulatory system is somewhat similar in terms of blood going through arteries and arteries in order to give oxygen to organs and then return to the heart when it's oxygen poor. And yeah, that is my little video. Thank you for watching and have a good day or night.